Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's Mark here at the Box SF. I know you all woke up this morning thinking, is the Box SF a good place to work? I wonder if that'd be an awesome place to work. Well, just so you all know, I am working on our letterhead book today and our bill heads and all of those kinds of things while my butter is softening because I'm making my staff banana bread. So in the meantime, so yes, the answer is it's a great place to work. I mean, does your boss make banana bread for you? Anyway, let me show you some of these amazing bill heads and letterheads that we're dealing with today. They are so stunningly beautiful. And, I mean, obviously, if you love type, this is such a great thing to collect. And, our stuff goes back to probably 1860, prominent around the turn of the century. And then, of course, our collection, we have less stuff in the 1930s just because I'm less interested in that typography. But I wanted to show you just some beautiful, beautiful things here that we're going to be selling and that are going to be in our book. And it's called The Business of Paper is the name of the book. And there's going to be bill heads, letterheads, all kinds of stuff in that. And then that's one of our 10 books we're working on, business cards and poster stamps and matchbox labels and everything else. So anyway, in the meantime, I just want you to enjoy some of the, look at that P. So some of the beautiful things that I get to touch every day here. Some are in good condition, some are in less pristine condition, but you have to consider the dates. I mean, this is 1900, so, we're good 121 years after this thing came out. Actually, that was 1902, so excuse me, I'm a year or so off. People were very proud of their buildings. There was I think a validator in showing people what your building looked like. I suppose that's still true to some degree. I don't know if it was we're real, this is where we do our stuff, or if it was ego, probably a little bit of both. Look at that. That's so pretty. Anyway, one of the things I love the most about the Box SF is that we're dealing with the history of typography, printing, design, and to some degree industry every day here. Just extraordinary images, extraordinary typography, amazing creativity. And, what I think, it's easy for us to look at this stuff and say, oh, that's nice. I don't like that. Or why did they do that? I mean, as a designer, I'm always like, wonder why they did that. But holy crap, look at that. And, but I think what it really is about for me is looking as a designer at the amazing ways that they told their stories. Look at that stove. That's a stunning one. Stoves and ranges. And the other thing about it is amazing to me is everything I've shown you so far is hand-drawn. So, I mean, if you can sit down and draw your typography like this without your Adobe suite, good on you. I know a few people that can, but more often than not, we're using, historic fonts and scanning and putting things together as designers, but the wrist is the wrist is gone. I mean, the wrist is sadly lacking in so much of today's design. That craft and that knowing what you're doing. And I think the other thing as a designer that I'm shocked at every single day when I look at this material is that so many of these artists, the people, whoever created this, is unknown. Probably their entire career was unknown. They just made a living doing what they needed to do. They were either worked for probably a studio that did this kind of stuff, much like my firm today, my branding agency. And that's crazy. And they were hired to create the graphic identity, or they were the art department in one of these places. Because they were doing packaging and all kinds of things. And a lot of times, this is what they were doing. They were drawing their products. Good Lord, the detail in some of these things. And I'm always, of course, going down the rabbit hole, and I'm amazed by the things that I get to touch and see every single day. And the typography and the creativity and the font. I mean, so many of these, fonts. I mean, if you think about your life today, your business papers today, your business card today, and looking at all of that relative to how you communicate is that's very rare that people printed a lot of color on these things, by the way. This is 1901. The creativity that went into stuff then versus the crap, honestly, that we just put out now in email blast and spam and ad banners, and the craft is gone. And that's sad to me. Anyway, this is just a little bit about what I'm doing today. Oh, here's the Plains Hotel in Cheyenne, Wyoming letterhead that I just found with this guy, Chief Little Shield. The other thing I'll say about a lot of this kind of stuff is how basically racist so much of the design of the day was. We looked at it many times today, still look at so many people as second-class citizens or servants. And it's just absurd the way that we have treated American Indians and our African-American friends. And it's just, but this material, as I go through it, illustrates so much of this stuff. And it's, so disheartening. Anyway, just so you can get an idea, this is a basket of about probably over 1,000 pieces that we're sorting through to get ready for this book. This is about a third of what we have in this one particular type of paper. There's also another 600 or 700 that are already priced and in the store for sale, and we sell them every day. We don't put a lot of this on our site because we just don't have enough people to put that much stuff up on our sites. But if you're interested in seeing any of it, stop by. If you want specific pictures, we can try to pull specific industries and enjoy. Okay, I hope you have a great day. Wish you were here to have banana bread in about an hour.